Sports Grind Season 3, Episode 5. My name is Tyler Wargo, and today we have a lot to talk about, and I can't wait to get to the MLB postseason and the wild card because that all happened, and it's absolutely madness right now currently in the MLB. And we're going to be talking about Week 4 from the NFL. So, without further ado, let's start with the NFL, then move to the main event, which will be the MLB postseason. So, Jets finally get a win beating the Titans 24-27. A.J. Brown and Julio Jones were not in that matchup due to injury, so those players not being able to be in the lineup kind of helped the Jets get the win right there. Zach Wilson threw 2 touchdowns, giving up 1 interception, and can the Jets keep this up? I mean, I know Mickey's happy that they finally got a win, but can they keep it up? And honestly, no, because you guys did face the Titans, who had really their wide receiver and running back out, so it kind of really helped the Jets. But coming forward, they're going to be facing some really hard teams, and they're going to have to get used to fighting that hard as they did last Sunday against the Titans. Lions tackled the Bears 24-14. Colts ended the Dolphins 27-17. Browns beat the Vikings 14-7. Baker Mayfield allowed 3 sacks. Chase McLaughlin had 6 points in kicking, so they mostly relied on their kicker that game. Justin Jefferson had 1 touchdown, racking up a total of 84 yards, so that was not bad. Vikings love to see it from him. And the main question here of the game is, has Odell Beckham fallen off ever since being traded to Cleveland? I definitely could see a difference between the Giants and the Browns. Yes, he can have those games every now and then, but we're not seeing the old Odell Beckham that we're used to seeing, because Odell Beckham was making amazing catches with the Giants, and now he's getting the ball passed to him, but he's not able to get enough yards as he used to be. And I feel like Odell Beckham's going to have to improve if he wants to stay on the Browns, and we want to see more from Odell. Washington football team also handled the Falcons 34-30. That was a great win by the Washington football team, recovering from that loss against the Bills. Washington football team is keeping their losses and wins consistent, as they are now 2-2. As for the Falcons, they are 1-3. They are not having a good year. And, is this a build-up season for the Falcons? I think so. I mean, yes, Matt Ryan's still on the team, but, he's been working great offensively. But as for the offense, Wayne Gallman and Calvin Ridley are the only guys to pay attention to ever since getting rid of Julio Jones. Texans not having a good year, as they were crushed. I mean crushed. 40-0 by the Bills. Bills definitely are at the top, and they're definitely that Super Bowl contending team. I mean, I think we're going to be seeing the Bills go farther than they have last season. I feel like last season they really should have made it and beat the Chiefs, but honestly they lost to the Chiefs, and I think it's going to be really tough towards the end of the season. But right now the Bills, they're hot right now. Texans are also relying only on Mark Ingram Jr. and Brandon Cooks, as they do not have good games all the time, which makes them not reliable all the time. So you definitely got to keep working on those players, and right now they're the top players for the team. So Texans, they got to build up. Bills backup Mitch Trubisky is even good, as he barely even plays. He's mostly on the bench. They had to put him out there because they were crushing the Texans so hard, and even he was doing really well. I mean, this really shows who the Bills actually are as a team, and they have a lot to go for right now in the season. Shockingly, the Saints, and I know I'm a Saints fan, I wasn't expecting this, I was not expecting it. I'm still thankful that Sean Payton got rid of Rosa. Rosa was, I don't even know why he was out there. He was missing all those field goals. I mean, he was 1 for 3 that game. I mean, it was just brutal to see. And I mean, I was shocked because the Giants, as you guys know, are a 0-3 team. They're not even that good, and But we come back to the Saints and how Jameis Winston can't always have a good game. He had a good game just 2 weeks back, and now this week he kind of fell over. So I hope they get this win against the Washington football team. Taysom Hill is better off being a tight end as well. I mean, when you put this guy as a QB, we're seeing some sacks, we're seeing interceptions. He's not moving the ball down the field quick enough, and it's just he's all over. But when he's on the tight end and he's working with Winston, he's getting the touchdowns. He had 2 touchdowns last game, so that was really good for the Giants. And for you Giant fans, Saquon Barkley, you guys have him. I mean, this guy has having really good games. This guy is really helping the Giants effectively, and he had 1 touchdown in that game. So now we take you to Kansas City as the Eagles fought hard but lost 42-30. Patty Mahomes is still, in my opinion, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And I do feel that Clyde Hilaire could have done more, especially gaining 102 yards. I feel like he could have took that and went far with that and, got some more touchdowns. And he's on my fantasy team, so I would like to see him do more, especially him being on the Chiefs. Kenneth Gainwell had a touchdown with a total of 31 yards for the Eagles. As we now take you over to Dallas, as I know you Cowboy fans are happy about your team. Go them boys. Panthers took the L against the Cowboys 36-28. Panthers are now 3-1. Christian McCaffrey is still out due to injury. And the main question that you Cowboys fans would love to hear from me, and that is, are the Cowboys going far this year? I say yes. The Cowboys are going to go really far this year. I mean, I really think we saw a huge improvement in Dak Prescott. Even I said it last week, and now I say it again. This guy is really managing the field, really managing his offense really well. The defense for the Cowboys is even remarkable. We love seeing it. Cowboy fans love seeing it. And while I was making the script, I came across this. I like to point this out. Cowboys have a 3-1 record. As you know, where was that last year for the Cowboys? And now the Saints are 2-2. It's just crazy how the Cowboys are now doing better than the Saints ever since the Saints lost Drew Brees. So that was really depressing to see, but it happens. So Seahawks beat the 49ers 28-21. Both teams are now evenly 2-2. Deebo Samuels had 2 touchdowns. Russell Wilson threw 2 touchdowns, and he threw 149 yards. So, that game was really good. I think both teams were aggressive on the field defensively and offensively, but most of all, DK Metcalf's the guy to look at for the Seahawks. This guy had 4 catches, and one of them being a touchdown. Really good. Really good. We love seeing that from DK Metcalf. He's on my fantasy team. I think that was a good pick. If you guys have him on your fantasy team, definitely keep him on your team because DK Metcalf, this guy is just working really well, and his chemistry is definitely there with Russell Wilson. Cardinals beat the LA Rams 37-20. Cardinals are now the only team in the league that are undefeated. But Chase Edmonds is now questionable as he got hurt last game, and that really upsets me because I know you guys might be like, oh, we're going to do this. I was actually thinking of benching Miles Sanders and putting in Chase Edmonds because Chase Edmonds is on a winning team right now, undefeated team. I have high hopes for Chase Edmonds, but I just found out 2 days ago that he's questionable, and that's a loss. So I'll keep Miles Sanders in now. Will the Cardinals remain undefeated heading into Week 5? Cardinals versus 49ers this week. In my opinion, yes. 49ers, as we know, they lost last weekend game, and their defense is not working out for them, but their offense is there. But as you know, the Cardinals, they're aggressive both sides other than the 49ers. So I really think the Cardinals are going to be handling the 49ers this weekend. Steelers took yet another loss facing the Packers. That score was 27-17. Steeler fans, you guys say you guys have hope, but come on. You guys need it. Ben Roethlisberger's getting old. I'm just going to say it right now. He's getting old. You guys just need to have more hope for Chase Claypool and Juju Smith. So Ravens also won 23-7 against the Broncos. Close game in New England as the Patriots lost 19-17. Now, I was shocked. I was very shocked. They kept it close with the Buccaneers. I was shocked at seeing Brady, especially when you're facing Brady coming back to New England. You would expect the Buccaneers to absolutely crush the Patriots, but they kept it tight. So Mac Jones is even a rookie, and he had 2 touchdowns against the Buccaneers defense, and that's pretty good, especially if the Patriots aren't really having that good of a year ever since losing Brady, so that was really good. But, there's always a but. If Gronk was in the lineup, the score would have been different. As you know, Gronkowski and Brady, they used to both play on the Patriots. They would have both worked the field out together, and they would have definitely scored a lot of points. So I think there would have been a huge difference if Gronk was in the lineup. Buccaneers defense also handled Mac Jones well as he allowed 4 sacks. Big game in Los Angeles as the Raiders were shut down by the Chargers 28-14. Derek Carr, he's back, baby. Las Vegas loves to see it. Back when he was with Oakland, he was bad, and now he's doing just as good. So that's good to see. Justin Herbert threw 2 touchdowns. Both teams are equal in wins and losses with a record of 3-1. And then lastly in the NFL, last night the Rams made the Seahawks 2-3 after beating them 26-17. Darrell Henderson had a touchdown as well as Sony Michel. DK Metcalf, as we talked about, this guy is absolutely a stud. He had 2 touchdowns. He's the best player right now, in my opinion, for the Seahawks. If you guys want to judge me, go right ahead. Rams had a total of 476 yards and really made the whole game interesting. As you know, both teams were really aggressive. Both teams were really good, but I'm not shocked that the Rams beat the Seahawks, though, because as we know, Matthew Stafford and Sony Michel their chemistry is through the roof right now. But that was a good matchup. I'm not going to say that was a blowout. That was a good matchup. So now we get to the main event. This is going to be crazy. I've been waiting all show to say this, to speak on this. But let's first start off, before getting to postseason, let's first start off with the MLB wild card that began. AL wild card matchup between the Yankees and Red Sox. You guys probably thought the Yankees were going to win, but no, the Red Sox knocked out the Yankees 6-2. And I know how I'm the king of predictions on this show. I know I had 2 predictions come true on this show, but I did predict this, and I don't know why I predicted this, but the Yankees and the Dodgers were gonna. I predicted that the Yankees were gonna face the Dodgers in the World Series, but that was not that well thought out, as the Yankees got crushed against the Red Sox. I mean, hey, what do you expect? You're playing at Fenway, and it was funny. It was funny, and I know I do like the Yankees, not as much as the Dodgers, but I do like the Yankees. Stanton could not even hit the ball over the Green Monster. That got so many Bronx fans upset, and I feel like that was just unfair. If he was at like another stadium, if they were at like Yankee Stadium, Citi Field, or even Dodger Stadium, he would have hit that, but that would have been gone. I mean, that ball was crushed. How can you not get that over the Green Monster? And he only got a single from that. So that was a real tough loss from the Yankees. And their middle relief is just not there. And that's why they didn't make the playoffs. Their middle relief was not there. They did have their starting pitcher, Garrett Cole, perform with like a couple strikeouts here and there, but it wasn't good when they got to the middle relief. So great game between the Dodgers and Cardinals, though. Dodgers advanced, beating the Cardinals 3-1. I mean, come on, Cardinals. What's going on? I mean, I know that they were upset, right? I mean, having a hot September with 15 straight wins is awesome. But I mean, you can't forget that the Dodgers are just infield, outfield, defensively. The Dodgers are just amazing team. They really prevented the runs. It was really close, though. I mean, Adam Wainwright and Max Scherzer were both excellent on the mound, but that walk-off home run by Chris Taylor. I mean, come on, Chris Taylor with that walk-off. I mean, I was going crazy. I gotta admit. So now, after the wild card, we'll take you to the postseason. Game 1 between the Rays and Red Sox began yesterday. Rays are leading the series 1-0. I mean, that was Red Sox fans. I mean, this is going to be close, but in my opinion, I really think the Rays will handle the Red Sox and move on. But other than that, the Rays really did well last season, which makes me feel confident that they're going to win this series. Randy Arozarena is absolutely a stud for the Rays. This is the man to look at in the previous games. He stole home. Who steals home in the postseason? That guy does. I mean, that guy is like so quick. And I've never seen a guy steal home like that, especially in like a postseason. But he did, and that was awesome. He showed up, did well. And the Astros also lead Game 1 against the Red Sox as they won 6-1 in Houston. Lance Lynn had 4 strikeouts. Jordan Alvarez hit a home run, going with Jose Altuve. Astro game is currently going on right now. It's currently tied 4-4, so that's a good game. I know Lucas Giolito is on the mound right now. So I'll inform you guys about all these games next week when the series is over. In my opinion, here's another opinion-based answer. I think that even though the Astros are winning the series, I think the White Sox will eliminate the Astros. In my opinion, they have hit it. I mean, all this season, we've been seeing hits from Tim Anderson, Jose Abreu, and I really think, even if they lost today's game, they still have a chance to win. They have heavy hitters and good pitchers. Braves also just started their series just an hour ago against the Brewers, and in my opinion, again, Braves are going to win that, in my opinion. They're going to win that series. Brew Crew, they got pitching, but their hitting is, it's... You can't say their hitting is awesome because they do have their slumps every now and then. But look at the Braves, though. They've been hot all year. I mean, come on. And lastly for the show, the Giants versus the Dodgers tonight at 10 o'clock in San Francisco. And in my opinion, Dodgers on top. You know it. I mean, a lot of people are going to be like, what are you saying, Tyler? Like, come on, the Giants are going to destroy the Dodgers, especially the Giants having that nice week break, to get their bats up and running. So it's going to be a good matchup. It's going to be, it's going to be tied maybe, and, it's going to be kept close until the end of the game, but Dodgers will come on top. I mean, they are just that winning team. So, #RepeatLA. And that really wraps it up for today's Sports Grind. And things are looking really hot right now for the MLB postseason as we head into Week 5 of the NFL. So stay tuned to all of this. I'll be keeping you guys covered next week on the show. Thank you guys for tuning into the Sports Grind Season 3, Episode 5. Bye.